All right. Welcome to the first canvas of Labor 2008, everybody. The year we're going to change America.
All right.
So thank you all for being here. I know there are lots of other campaign opportunities in this state right now, and that the weather is certainly attractive, but we're going to give you exercise and sun exposure today, and we're going to go get a lot of votes. Today is a 17-day of action for the AFL-CIO. My name is Duke Shepard. I work for the AFL-CIO here. And this is Tom Chamberlain, the president of the AFL. He'll talk to you in a minute. It's a day of action across the country. We are educating, in all the other states, we're educating our members about John McCain because, believe it or not, a majority of union members like John McCain right now. So everywhere else in the country, they're going out to tell people about his position on issues because while he is a war hero and he's talked about himself being a maverick, he is bad for working people on health care and the right to organize and a minimum wage and anything you care about. But here in Oregon, that's only going to be a smidgen of what we do because you may have noticed we got an election going on. And on Tuesday, we have three major priorities for the AFL-CIO. We've got a U.S. Senate race, we've got an Attorney General's race, and we've got a union member, Michael Dembrow, running for House District 45. And I should mention, Attorney General John Kroger, the union candidate for Attorney General, is right here too. Now I know the AFL-CIO is a federation, so we have unions who have their priorities and we have shared priorities. Today is about our shared priorities. So if you're a shared priority with us, everybody's shared priority is getting Dembrow elected. Everybody's shared priority is John Kroger. And then for a sizable portion of us, the priority is also Jeff Merkley. Today you are only talking to union members. If you've not done this before, the reason we do that is because the most important and influential voice in a union member's political decision is another union member. When you talk to the general public, it's not that effective. When we talk to union members and they vote in higher numbers right now. We're running 2% ahead of the general public in turnout on the Democratic side. If our candidates win, it's going to be because of us. And it usually is. We have a governor that would tell you that right now. So when you go to the doors, and also I have to mention in a federal race, it's illegal for you to talk to the general public when you're working on our projects, so don't do that. Don't leave the lit in mailboxes either, by the way. But we want you to go out and have fun. When you come back, we're going to give everybody a t-shirt. The Graham Trainer, the cameraman, is wearing. There is going to be a lot of cross traffic out there, and by that I mean we're not the only folks working today. In Michael Dembrow's district alone, we have canvassers. There are paid canvassers going out today as well. Later, but they're going out. And so you may have people that have had their doors knocked on 5 times. I guarantee it, you will meet somebody today who met Michael Dembrow at the door because he's knocked on every door available. So be patient. But Democratic union members, talking to other union members about the nicest people you're going to find at the door. You won't get a lot of doors slammed. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. We're going to have a barbecue here when you get back. So we give you a shirt. We give you food. All we ask is you talk to every person at the door, that you knock on every door, and that you try to have some fun and get us some votes. We have one Working America member who's running for office here today. That's John Kroger. He is a member of Working America. So I'm going to let Michael and John say a couple words if you want to you. Come on up. And then Tom will have closing remarks to get us out the door.
Well, first of all, I want to say just how proud I am to be part of this National Day of Reckoning. I mean, of action. For the AFL, it's great, and I really appreciate all of you being here. I got the endorsement of the Willamette Week a couple of weeks ago. I was really proud. It was a strong endorsement, but they had one caveat that made me chuckle, and that was that we think that Dembrow is close to the unions. And I said, well, I've been working on the front lines of the labor movement for 25 years, and once again, Willamette Week has scooped the news. They've known that. But those in power talk about unions as being special interests, but we all know that that's what the reality is, and that is that unions are the conscience of this country, and we're the real advocates for our students, clients, our patients, for working people like the Working America people who can't have a union right now. We're the people who look out for the people. And so I'm just really proud that you're all going to these working families households because this whole Working America movement is, for me, one of the proudest things for me being a union leader to see the AFL-CIO doing. And for us all to go and talk to people who don't have unions now just strengthens my resolve to, after I'm elected on Tuesday, thanks to you all, going down there and really working on leveling the playing field between labor and management for organizing, collective bargaining, and giving people who can't have unions right now the ability to have them so they can really do good things for their families. Thanks a lot, everyone.
I'll keep it real simple. I am really, really honored to have the endorsement of the AFL-CIO. Honestly, it means a lot to me. And as Attorney General, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that we've got a state government that's responsive to the needs of working people, real people, spend less time being the lawyer for government and more time working on all the issues that all of us care so much about and want to see a lot of progress on. Labor laws, workplace laws are violated all over the state every single day. No one ever does anything about it. And it's treated like it's some special exception. We enforce most of the laws, but these are special. And whenever we do actually enforce the laws, it's treated like a giant favor to labor. And as a former prosecutor, that just drives me crazy. Those laws are put on the books because they make our state stronger. And I'll just promise you now, as Attorney General, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure, whether it's collective bargaining rules, whether it's your right to form a union, whether it's making sure that people are actually getting paid the overtime they're entitled to, whether they're getting the breaks they're entitled to. We're going to do everything we can to hold people accountable if they violate those rules. This race is so close between McPherson and me. Got a huge number of undecideds, and they're breaking as we speak. And what we need to do is have them break our way. And this canvas is going to be so helpful to us. So, honestly, just thank you so much for all the work you're doing, and I really appreciate it.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. How you doing? We failed to introduce David Gregory. He's a political director for the Western United States from the AFL-CIO, and he's with us today. I do a lot of these events where I come out and talk to folks, and I always feel like I'm in the huddle for the big game. We all get together, we sort of get revved up, and we get out there and hit the bricks. But I got to tell you, it is a huddle. It's a huddle for the biggest games of our lifetimes. They had huddles like this in 1932 and 1964 when they changed America. It was a wave of change that hit America, and we have that opportunity today. And when folks tell you this election isn't about class, they're damn wrong. This is about the working class. This is about giving every worker the right to join a union and collectively bargain. This is about this election is the election to give a voice to every working family in America, and we're suffering today because we don't have that voice. We don't have health care for all. We've lost $1,000 in purchasing power in the last few years for every working family. Our kids aren't going to the schools they should be going to, and they can't afford college. Something's wrong in America. And this election is when we're going to change what's wrong with America. We did it in 2006 in Oregon. We turned the Oregon legislature and we passed the most aggressive labor agenda through that legislature. And we're going to do the same thing at the federal level. We're going to get 60 senators. We're going to maintain control of the House. And we're going to put a pro-labor president in the White House. But my brothers and sisters, we got to double the size of the folks we have in the room today. We got to have a sea of people out there hitting the doors, and that's just what we're going to do now. So this election, we're not going to be sitting on our hands. We're not going to be watching football. We're not going to be out there having picnics. We're going to change America for us and our kids and my grandkids. Thank you very much.
Merkley packets there. Kroger packets there. You can get them.